if I were to take a Burning Man person who's had an encounter with the Holy Spirit, and now they're getting connected or they're awakening to the fact that God, because people are in process, there are those that are saved and those that are being saved. And so if they're in a process of being saved, I can't take them, I can't tell them, go down here to the Assemblies of God Church in San Francisco, and they're going to slap a ribbon on you and make you stand up and tell your name. You're a new visitor. They never fit in. So they've got this creative edge, they've got something, and we have to be able to say to them, you had an encounter with the one who put you together. Now, I will help you understand, because there's a hookup. They go, how do I get this? That's always the next one. I love that one. It's almost 98% sure that they're going to say, how do I get this? I want another one. Do that to me again. They'll come and get their friends. They bring their friends back. They want an encounter. Now they want more, and they want their friends to see it. Watch this. Same thing happens. They watch the Holy Spirit encounter them. They watch their friends speak in tongues. They're like, right? Did you feel that? I felt that. Did you feel like the light went on? Then we had this one guy, and he's sitting there, and he gets an encounter with the Spirit of truth, and he's got a handkerchief on his head. This is at Burning Man. Got a handkerchief on his head, sitting on the cross-legged, like Indian style, on the floor. And he has this encounter, and all of a sudden, he's in the lotus position kind of thing, has a Holy Spirit encounter him. He stands up in a very stoic way, very weird, and he starts going around the tent. Now, we have a very full tent. We have probably 40 to 50 people in the tent right now. And we got to remember, Burning Man is 85,000 people, 7 miles long, and we are just one of 100,000 theme camps. But we have people lined up to get in. So he stands up. We have a whole tent full of people. We don't have any more room for people. There's that many people. And he starts going around, putting his hand on their chest, going, the Spirit of truth is Jesus. The Spirit of truth is Jesus. The Spirit of truth is Jesus. And I'm watching it. And so is Caleb. Caleb's watching it. We're both going, and I said, what's your name? And he goes, Abraham. And I go, it is. Why didn't I know that? We had another guy. He's from Iran. He comes into the Freedom Lounge. We have a menu board. You know how it goes. We have the menu board. On the menu board, we had to speak the language of the culture. Remember, you have to consider your field, okay? If you're considering your field, who are you going into and what are they hungry for, right? So you can't go in with God and Jesus language, because they're going to turn you off. They won't come in, because they're going to already profile you as a churchgoer and as some kind of person who wants to seal the deal and make them do things, because that's what Satan has done. He has confused them with the love of God and religion. He has confused the world. He blames Jesus for the things that he does himself. Satan does. Satan blames Jesus for the very things he does. And so we've created language like organic restart. Welcome to your new life. Original root recovery. Spiritual cleansing and redefinement. That's deliverance. Organic spiritual alignment. We had true reflections. We stand with a mirror. They tell us what they see. We tell them what we see. We create a new identity. It's an identity revelation for them. And so they come in and they're like, we want to have this. This guy from Iran, I don't know what happened. His whole family's military. And he comes in and he just sits down. Now remember, we don't have God and Jesus stuff on our signs. We just don't. Because we just don't want to already alienate them before they ever get a chance to come. It very much reminds me of Mark 2, where the guys carried the paralytic guy up the side of the house because he couldn't get in. The way they normally go is blocked. That is a prophetic message for now. The way you used to go is blocked. It's not accessible. You can't get people to Jesus that way, at least not these people. There will be some people that you'll be able to reach that way, but not the creative ones, not Hollywood, not the people who are making movies and different things. They have to encounter the bread of life in a different wrapper. They have to encounter him in a different way, because they aren't going to eat the old stale bread. They've got to have the new understanding. They have to have personal encounter, and it's got to make sense. It's got to be language they can understand for themselves. So he comes in, this guy from Iran, from a military family, sits down. We just begin to, just ask the Spirit of truth. He asks the Spirit of truth to come. And all of a sudden, he goes into a trance. Now, I get nervous when I see people going into a trance, right? Especially at Burning Man. I'm like, where'd you go? So I get two other people, and we're surrounding this guy, like praying quietly in a language that connects us to God. What language is that? Oh, it's the spirit language. It connects us to God. It's a spiritual language. It causes me to have a flow from the Creator to me, and it flows out into you. So you can pray in tongues, and they don't care. They're like, wow. We do it at the temple too. And so we're praying, and all of a sudden, he starts shaking violently, and we're like, okay, what's going on? Now, I've never been in the New Age, so to me, all of this is weird. Like, I don't know what I know about trances from the Bible, but I don't know about what people do. I don't know about these energy things and all that. I had to learn it. I didn't know. I had no understanding. I got saved when I was 20. So anyway, he's violently shaking, and I'm watching him, and all of a sudden, he's got tears rolling down his face. And I said, okay, what do you see? And he goes, I see light. And we said, well, go toward the light. And then he starts almost hyperventilating. And I said, what is, he said, there's a man appearing to me in the light. And we said, who is it? And he said, it's Jesus. And we said, go toward the one who's introducing himself to you and grab onto him. This is a guy from Iran. He was Muslim. His family is in military, and they're Muslim. He gets radically saved. He stays with us all week long. He comes back every single day to have another encounter, to learn more about this man, Jesus, who showed himself to this guy in a trance. Very much like a dream. That's why we're seeing a lot of Muslims getting saved right now through dreams. And God is just on it. He is doing things I've never seen him do before. I've never seen God do what he's doing right now. And it's fun.